promise you, I came on somebody told me to upgrade, so I come over here.
Yeah, I just got up in here since the morning. We can do it. He's coming up. That's gonna be easy. Our artists for the vlog, Chris Bosnia Love. Shout out to everybody that's on the Chris Bosnia Love. If y'all any fans of TBTT, please put hashtag TBT in the comments. Y'all see this man over there. You get 1 million subs and don't know how to act. That's how it goes. Toon Squad. It's definitely complete though, bro. Everything is what it is. I need my eyes right here.
360 Jesus.
Alright, so before you start cutting hair, what I always do, I like to lay down the hair, make sure everything is laid in place. Alright, I'm going to be combing the hair down, putting in my duck clips, pinning up the hair that's on top, and then I'll start my initial guideline. So the first guideline I'm using is the bald line. I'm using my Andis Cordless T outliners to set the line in, and I'm doing it in a basic, basic way. I'm not putting any curve on it. I'm just going straight, like in the middle of my client's head. I'm not putting any curve on it. Now, as far as putting the line in with liners, you guys want to make sure that you're not pressing down too hard, or you might want to turn the clipper around and use it the other way. That way you won't create such a harsh line. So next step, I'm just using my Andis Cordless BGRCs, and I'm just going to bald out the rest of the bulk at the bottom. Using my Braun Series 9 shavers, I'm gonna bald out the bottom, making it razor bald, and this just adds another transition to your fade. It makes it look way more cleaner at the bottom. Alright, so creating my next guideline with the lever open, using the OG fast feeds. Alright, the Osser fast feeds, I'm setting in my guideline a little bit more than 1 inch. Notice how I'm putting a slight curve on the guideline. Alright, I'm making sure that that lineup part is dark as possible, so that's why I want to put a little curve on it. So I'm just going to the back, making my little bit more than 1 inch guideline, setting it in, making sure I go over the hair multiple times. That way everything is at that lever open length. Using the one guard open, I'm using that same technique. As I start near the lineup area, I'm keeping it as low as possible, but as I go back, I started widening it up to that 1.5 inches, just like I did with the lever open. So here's a tip that I like to use when I'm setting in my one guideline. I like to go up. All right, I don't dig in and create a harsh guideline. I kind of set myself up to still blend as I go up. You know what I mean? As I'm setting in this guideline, it's still me going up and still kind of making sure everything kind of blends in to place. Even though I know that it's still going to be bulk at the top, I'm just going to take it out with the next guard that I use. So with the number 2 guard open, I'm just going to use my comb and I'm going to feed the hair using my comb into the cutting blade of my 2 guard open, if that makes sense. You guys notice what I'm doing, but as I'm doing it, I'm kind of going straight up because I'm going to come behind it with clipper over comb anyway. So I want to make a smooth transaction. So make sure you just go straight up when you're feeding that hair into the comb of the cutting blade. So next step, I'm gonna start to blend down. I'm using my 0 guard close, and in a flick out motion, I'm attacking that middle line. Now the idea that I have, I'm using this method that I'm not actually trying to, bring the fade up, if you will. I'm trying to break that line to where that line looks, a little bit, kind of translucent. You know what I mean? You're trying to break the line to where it's every other hair. You're not actually trying to take out the line completely and bring the fade up. You're just trying to break the line to where, it looks like you've gotten every other hair rather than, just, creating another guideline and bringing it up. So that's the method that I use when, I'm blending out. So just think about attacking that line and the line itself. My wall cordless seniors with the lever closed and in a flick out motion, I'm gonna flick out that bottom line. Now a lot of you are gonna be telling me, oh Jeezy, why did you switch up and use the wall cordless seniors? I felt like the wall cordless seniors can take out the bottom line way easier than the fast feeds. I can't get my fast feeds to close to be 0 gapped all the way, so I switched over and used my wall cordless seniors. You guys got to know your clippers and kind of study, how they work and what clipper works best for certain situations, because you don't have to be confined with the same clipper the entire cut. You guys can switch it up and use different clippers. So right now I'm going back with my Oster fast feeds with the lever closed, and I'm just doing more detailed work, softening things up, going up a little bit higher, and just cleaning up the work that I didn't get with the wall cordless seniors. So right now I'm using clipper over comb technique, and I'm just trying to get the shape of my client's comb over right. Now when I do the clipper over comb, I visualize his head as if it was a box, and any hair sticking out of that box, I'm clipping it. I'm using that clipper over comb technique, and I'm just taking that excess hair off. So right here, what I'm doing is I'm sticking my comb into my client's hair, separating everything so that way I could do the hard part much more easier and I know where the hair is. So right now I'm just, setting in that hard part. I want you guys to keep in mind that there's two sides to a line. So when you're doing the hard part, make sure you go down on the line and up on the line, and I'm going to show you guys what I'm talking about. As of right now, I'm going down on the line. So right now I changed positions and I'm going up on the line, all right? That way you get a way more crispier hard part. So right now I'm taking my clips out. I'm gonna saturate my client's hair with water, and I'm just gonna take about a ½ inch off the top. My client didn't really want anything taken off, so I just wanted to clean it up a little bit. And I'm gonna do my guidelines. I'm gonna do some cross-checking, making sure it's even on the sides, that there's no hangover on the other side of the comb over, and I'm just gonna speed this part up. Right now I'm gonna do some blow dry and style, and I'm gonna start in the front, work my way to the back, and go in the inner parts and just work my way to the other side. Now some of you may want to start on the other side first, but me, I like to start on the edge where I did the hard part, then work my way over to the other side. But all you're doing is twisting the style comb and making sure that the blow dryer blows into the teeth of the styling comb. All right, you don't want to stay there too long. Might burn your client, so you want to make sure that these are kind of swift and quick movements. Right here, I'm using some Tune 45 pomade, man. This stuff is really good. It makes your client's hair look real natural. It doesn't add too much of a shine to it. It just looks like his hair was, you know, built that way. And that's the thing about that's the thing that I like about this product the most, that it doesn't add a drastic shine to anything. It just leaves a natural shine, a natural look to it. And plus the hold is really nice as well. Alright YouTube, this is the cut, and if you like it, make sure you give it a thumbs up. If you're new to my channel, please hit that subscribe button. If you guys want to know where you can find any tools that you've seen in this video, check out my link in the description below. There's links to Amazon that'll take you right there where the clippers are, so make sure you check that out. You guys can follow me on Instagram and Snapchat. My Snapchat is Jeezy360 and my Instagram is 360Jeezy. But it's your boy 360 Jeezy, and I'm out of here. Shit!